Everybody, we are back with another review, and today I got some store pickups that I wanted to share with you. We're going to unbox them and kind of show you what they look like. I'm going to show you a fake Funko Pop, Pocket Pal keychain. I'll show you one of those fake. And I also got a pickup that I got for myself today. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review. So right off the bat, let me show you what I got for the store. So I did pick up some of these 80 years Batman figures. I know I got the 1989 Batman right there. We got a bunch of those in stock, and I picked up some of the Batman Forever ones. I got some of the first appearance of Batman's coming in next. So I like these pops in the black box that they did with the gold and the silver. I like the 80 years Batman. When it comes to fandoms, I like DC over Marvel any day of the week. They definitely have way better storylines and everything. I don't want to offend anybody who likes Marvel or anything, but I like DC better and over Marvel for sure. But yeah, the two of these I think are probably going to be the most popular movers out of the series for sure. Maybe the first appearance might with some of the older audiences, but with the newer ones, I think you're going to get the 1989 Batman and the Batman Forever. So you got 1989 and you got like what 94. So you kind of have the whole gamut of different Batmen that are a fandom of kids nowadays. So let's check out the 1989 one first. And I'm a rebel. I'm opening my pops from the top. Here we go. We got the 1989 Batman. Look at that. How sick is that? That is awesome. Look at that grippage on the hand right there. Now, I did buy this for my personal collection. Not this one, but these just got in stock for the store. Now, I bought this particular pop for my personal collection because I do like the 1989 Batman, and we did go over this in my top 10 Funko Pop video. I might leave that as an end card at the end of this video, so if you stick around, you might be able to see that. But we got the 1989 Batman. I really like his cape. I think that is so cool. It reminds me of like the Hush Batman, the Jim Lee Hush Batman. It's a really nice pop. This is definitely one of the best Batman pops they put out there besides the Jim Lee collection. That's probably the best pops that are pretty much out there on the market right now in regards to quality and stuff and level of detail. I'd say the Jim Lee ones are high up there in regards to ones you could just get going out to the store and buying them. So you got this 1989 Batman, Michael Keaton. Look at that. Awesome. Super cool. And then next we got the Val Kilmer Batman Forever. Now this one was interesting. They did a gold. I think they should have swapped it. They did gold for this one, but they did silver for the 1989. I feel like this should have been the 1989 border color for the box. It should have been this gold color because that was like pretty much like the Batman logo in 1989, the movie. Everything was like, it was outlined in all bronze or gold. So I think that would have been a nice little touch for them to include on that one particularly. I don't know why they went with silver or at least changed the color up at all. They probably could have all been gold because that is like, Batman's color is, black and yellow or black and gold, I guess is his trim. Now here we go. We got the Batman Forever pop. Some white little fuzzies on them. And there you go. There's the sculpt of that. Pretty much the same as the other sculpt. The bat cape goes just swooned in a little different direction. And it's not as rigid. It's more of a draped cape, as you can see there. And he's holding the Jim Carrey Riddler card right there. And if you remember when Batman Forever was released, there was a lot of controversy. And I'm surprised Funko actually, they did it. They maintained the flow of things. Now, I know if you were around when Batman Forever came out, it was a big controversy that they put nipples on the suit, Batman's suit, because the Michael Keaton Batman does not have nipples. He didn't have them, and I don't think Batman had nipples on his suit prior to Val Kilmer. So I see no nipples, and there you go, big burst in nipples right there. Look at that. How crazy is that? What does that even matter? Why do you even need nipples on a suit? Why not do like a bulge or something? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to make it anatomically correct, I mean, go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Why just stop at nipples? But I think it's kind of ridiculous that they actually made such a big deal over it. I don't even know why it was even an issue or why it was even put on the costume. Why even put nipples on the costume? It's just like, we all know it's a costume. We know that's not his skin. So why try to make it anatomically correct? Both Batmen have a very similar head sculpt. The Forever Batman has these longing eyebrows up here that kind of go into a W fashion, when the 1989 Batman is very straight cut V for the eyebrow right there. And the nose is very similar, so are the eyes. Bodies are definitely different, boots and stuff. The whole outfit is drastically different. They basically redid the entire Batman costume with the Batman Forever line. I don't know. It's a cool pop. I think it's definitely a cool pop. Definitely one to have in your collection if you're a Batman fan. Even if you're not necessarily a fan of Batman Forever, some of these standalone Batman figures are pretty cool. So as we keep getting them in stock for the store for Q4 coming up, I will definitely be showing you guys videos of these Batman 80 years pops that we're going to be getting in. So let's put those off to the side. Next, let's show you the fake pops that somebody tried to sell me. So I got an offer to get a bunch of these pop keychains for very, very cheap, and I just said, hey, send me out one. They sent me out one, and this is what they sent me. Now, normally, I noticed right off the bat, it'll say like made in China instead of made in Vietnam, which is interesting because most of the Funko products are made in Vietnam. So that's very interesting too. So in the box, I also noticed the yellow is more orange than the actual pop itself, the actual pop keychain itself. So, and then I decided to open it up, and the first thing I noticed was that the keychain loop wasn't in that like plastic little like flat plastic wrap to keep this chrome from getting dulled up in the package. That was the first thing I started noticing. When you made me a good deal on these, and you know, make me an offer on these, I want to check it out. If I'm going to buy a large quantity from you, I'm going to check it out. And I mean, you could see that it would have like this like piece of plastic that would basically cover the chrome so it doesn't get scuffed up, and this doesn't, you know, scuff it up either in the packaging. And you could just see like the head itself is just kind of, I don't know, the head sculpt is just kind of jacked up. The plastic that they use just laid in there, it just doesn't, you can see like waves in there. You see the waves? This is first things I just started to notice when I was going through this. I mean, the back, it's got 2015 Funko LLC on there, made in Vietnam stamped on there. And then like you can see his jawline, it's just not painted right. Nothing's painted right on it. The little bat boomerang right here is like so fragile. Why is this even on a keychain? Just put him with his fist clutched. I mean, why even put this on there? That's just going to break off. Look at how thin and fragile that is. And the other things I was noticing is also the belt is like more orange, and it's a little bit thinner than the actual real pop. The bat symbol looks a little wonky. I don't know if you can see that, but the bat symbol is definitely wonky. It's just not a quality product that Funko would put out, and I decided to pass on the offer. It's just not. It just doesn't. This doesn't resent. I know the pocket pop keychains are not the best quality because they're so tiny and intricate, but this is something that, yeah, you're trying to pass this off as authentic, and it's not. So a bunch of nonsense on that, and I think it's valuable out there to have people in the community know what types of stuff's going around the market, what kind of fakes and forgeries are out there. And there's a lot of these pocket pop fakes that are floating around on the market, and especially when you get an offer from somebody that's stateside with these, you assume that they're going to be legit. Maybe something that a person had a bunch of them, couldn't move them, wanted to get rid of them. But when you get something like this from overseas, that's when you kind of know that maybe it's an imposter. But it looks like they imported them over from overseas, and then they're moving them over here, and they're trying to say they're authentic. But if you see these online, I mean, I guess if you're just buying it for a keychain, just buy like the cheap generic one, I guess. If you're going to buy it to put on a shelf and collect it, try to avoid buying these and try to know what you're looking at when you're going to buy a real one or a fake one, because it's very easy to get mishapped out there especially when you get something like this that looks like absolutely legit. It's got everything on it. It is loaded down with the brim with all the Funko stuff. Nothing's missing. But the figure itself is where the telltale sign is, and the little tweaks that are on the actual box itself will let you know exactly what you're dealing with. Now, the last thing on the list is a pickup for myself. This was something that I wanted, and the GameStop around the corner had this in stock, which is the Superman DC Collection by Jim Lee. The deluxe Superman, only at GameStop. I mean, look at that cape. He's just chilling on top of that building spire. Look at that. He's standing on top of that. Pretty awesome. It's got the Superman curl. I mean, this is Superman. If there's a Superman pop out there that resembles Superman, it's going to be the Jim Lee one for sure. Look at that cape. That cape is sick. So I got the Hush ones coming. Unfortunately, all the GameStops in the area are out of the Hush ones for now. I don't think they're going to get any more in, but you can get them off their website. And I think right now they might have some on Mercari and eBay, but I haven't really checked the prices. Usually it's probably going to be better to get it through GameStop because I can get them for like 18 bucks, I think, on there. And I got a bunch of points I can use to buy them as well. So that'll be cool. Get the Hush pop. I could at least get the non-black and white one. I could find the black and white one elsewhere. But I do like these Jim Lee Deluxe ones. Probably going to grab the Wonder Woman eventually. I'm not too into the Aquaman or the Joker, but I do like Batman. Batman's definitely legit when it comes to my fandoms. I like Superman, like the actual DC Supermans, not the movie ones. None of the movie adaptations. I'm definitely not a fan of any of even the Marvel ones. I'm not a fan of the Marvel movies. If anything, I'm more of a fan when it comes to Pops, Marvel Pops, the original X-Men or like the series of X-Men that are way before any of the movies even came out. So same thing goes with DC as well. When it goes with DC, definitely like the original Superman, the original Batman, and these Hush ones by Jim Lee or these, I should say deluxe ones by Jim Lee are sick. Look at that cape. I think the cape is probably, it's probably the biggest draw for me is the cape, the way that the cape is just like blowing in the wind, and they even got the little Superman curl on there. Amazing sculpts on these. Now I don't want to pop this one out of the box. This one is sealed, but we'll check out the box though. So you got the Superman DC collection by Jim Lee, number 278 on the side there. On the bottom, it's actually stamped, so no sticker, but it's got 19 on there, which is cool. There you go. You got the date. And then there's the top of the pop right there. Really cool pop. Definitely like this one. I like these deluxe ones a lot. These are really awesome. And it's awesome that GameStop dropped these because, man, other than that, you're going to have to get these on the resale market if GameStop didn't have these in abundance. They actually, I mean, surprisingly, the ones that I had in my neighborhood, I went to two and they had a lot of the Catwoman. They had some of them had the Wonder Woman. A lot of them had the Aquaman, and there was like a few Jokers on the shelf. And then they had like one of them had only one of these Supermen that had a good box. One of the other Supermen that they had there was like crushed right here. It looks like somebody like karate chopped it or dropped it on the ground. But this is the only pristine one in the area where I'm at right now. So I don't know if they're going to get any more in. I know you could order them off their website, but I don't know if they're going to fulfill any more of at least the Batman ones in the stores, because that's the guy over there basically at the GameStop. The manager was telling me he doesn't know if he's going to get any more, and sometimes they just send them to him. But I don't know if you can see on the bottom here, on the bottom of this little stump that he's standing on, that little like building top, you can see Jim Lee signed it on the bottom corner, the bottom right corner of that, which is really cool too. It's another nice little touch, and that's probably one of the touches we would have seen if we unboxed this. But for now, Superman staying in the box. Unless I can get my hands on another one of these. I'm not about to buy a dented one, but I'd definitely buy another one that's not dented to unbox for the channel. But again, until I find another one of these out and about, he's going to stay in the box. And when we get that next one, we'll unbox that one for you guys. So anyway, if you like this pickup, the one, at least for me, my personal pickup, not compared to all the other stuff that I had showed you in the video, but if you like this pickup, let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of the Jim Lee Deluxe collection? Are you a fan of DC when it comes to comics and toys? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, subscribe for more. I do reviews every single day, so be on the lookout for that, and have a great rest of your day.